In the land of Mordor.
Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Damron. We are playing Middle-earth: Shadows of Mordor. This is an older game, but this is awesome. If you guys haven't played it, I highly recommend it. In this video, we're going to be doing all of the bow side missions to unlock the Asgard bow, which is the legendary bow, and also get the achievement, the Maker's bow, which is to complete all of Asgard legend missions. So we're going to be going through these one at a time. I will have them all time-stamped in the comment and description, so if there's a particular one you're having any difficulty with, feel free to check that out. They're relatively easy. These aren't too bad. There's a few of them that are a little bit tricky, but I'll just kind of talk about each mission briefly as we kind of come up to it and give you any tidbits that'll help you get through it, as well as doing the bonus objectives. Keep in mind, for this achievement and really for anything in the game, you don't actually have to do the bonus objectives. They're just going to give you a little bit extra experience as you're leveling up your character throughout the game. So the first of the 10 missions that we're going to do is to kill all of the archers, and you're going to be in this area. There's going to be a ton of elf shot ammo in this little tent here, so fire away. The bonus objective to get 10 Uruk headshot kills, you're want to try to do that. Obviously it's going to kill them easier and faster, but just keep in mind, if you miss one, it's okay. There's going to be more than 10 enemies in this section. So you will see me, keeping it trashy like I usually do, missing plenty of headshots. But no worries, there are more than 10 Uruks to kill as we're going through this. Also, in this first mission, kind of as we're just headshotting these enemies, keep in mind that the focus, all right, whenever you press the left trigger and it slows time down, that's really useful. So if you have any runes that you can attach to your bow that reduces your focus depletion and or increases headshot damage or replenishes focus for headshot kills, that's going to make a lot of these missions easier. All right, so the second of these missions is the Eye of Vengeance, and in this mission we're going to be tasked with killing 5 Uruks at close range, and the bonus objective is to do that within a minute. This is a very easy mission. Make sure you go into this mission with your focus, which is the white bar. Okay, you can see it on the bottom right of my mini map there, the white bar. Make sure you have that full before you start this mission, because it's going to make it very easy. You can just run up to the Uruks, press and hold the left trigger, kind of enter that slow motion mode, and just shoot them in the face, and we'll be able to finish this one under a minute, no problem. You only have to get 5, so it's super easy, and close range is pretty close. You can see that guy behind me, a couple meters away. That's still going to count. So that's good. Another thing to mention as we're going through these is you may not do them in this order. Okay, so the third mission I'm doing is Shadow Under Siege. So you may do this earlier. Some of the missions require you to unlock certain of the bow skills in order to do them. So you could be going to these missions in any order. The first 5 are in Udun, and then the other 5 are in the next area of the game. So you may not do them in this order. That's why I'm going to have everything time stamped, so as you get to it, if you want to just click the one that you're doing if you're having trouble with it, right? So in this area, we are tasked with killing 10 Uruk guards without entering Durthang. And if you look on your mini-map, you can see the green circle on the mini-map. That is the area that you can't leave. In fact, if you go too far out of that green circle, then it will actually end the mission for you and you'll have to restart it. Now, when you go into focus mode, or when you're not in focus mode, you're going to see some Uruks walking around that don't have anything above them, and you're going to see other Uruks that have this yellow circle above them. The only ones that are going to count for this objective are the ones that have the yellow circle above them. You have to kill 10 Uruk guards that have the yellow circle above them. There's plenty of other Uruks that won't count. And also the bonus objective to set 5 Uruks on fire, that's very easy. Just find an explosive barrel, as you saw me in the beginning of this mission, to shoot. That one doesn't have to be the Uruks that have the yellow circle. As long as you set 5 Uruks on fire, it could be any Uruk, then you'll get that bonus objective done. Also, a thing that can help you, again, because you can't actually get out of that green circle, you're going to have to use the environment to your advantage. There should be a Karagor, meat right there, hanging right in the entryway of this fort, so you can shoot that, and a Karagath will come in and take care of business. There's also one in the distance back there. You can see when I'm aiming that I didn't shoot. But that's something that can help you out, because this mission can be a little annoying. It was for me, at least, just to get an angle on the guards to shoot, because they move around, right? And ideally, sometimes they'll, you can see them kind of moving, those yellow circles moving in the background. The ideal scenario was that I could get the Caragor to, kill a bunch of enemies, and that would get those enemies to kind of come down. Or if the Caragor just kills them, that's also going to count. So he's going to eat that guy, and that's another way that you can get kills for their guards. You don't actually have to be physically the one to shoot them. If the Caragor does it too, then that will count. So just kind of maneuver yourself around in this circle and finish it up, and we'll be moving on to the next mission. All right, so moving on to our fourth bow mission, the Storm of War. This one's kind of annoying because you have to travel quite a distance on a Caragor, but it is pretty easy as long as you're sprinting. I actually take a pretty lousy route. When I was kind of early in the game, I didn't realize the Caragors can actually climb, buildings and rocks very, very well. And you're going to have to learn the ability to be able to mount a Caragor before you can actually unlock this mission. But once you have the ability to mount and dominate Caragors, this one will unlock for you, and then we can do this. So you're going to be doing this a little bit later in the first section of Adun. Not right off the bat, it won't be available for you. So once you dominate the Caragor, you're going to have a marker that you need to do, and you need to sprint towards that. The objective is to complete this particular side mission in under 5 minutes. And that seems like a lot of time, but it actually puts, the annoying thing about this is it puts quite a bit of distance in between the different guards that you have to kill. Again, like previous missions, let's make sure our focus is at high when we kind of go into these areas where they are. And as long as you just come in here, stay on your mount, enter focus mode, headshot all of the Uruks that have the yellow circles above their head. Don't worry about any other Uruks if they happen to come into the area and aid these Uruks that are being annihilated by you. Don't even worry about it. Just go ahead. As soon as you finish off the last Uruk, we're ready to head on. I'm going to speed up this as we're kind of just running to the next objective, but you can see that we are, about 2,000 feet away from the next objective. So a lot of the time of this mission is simply running to the different locations, and there's 3 different locations that you have to go to. And so when I got to this area, one thing I'm going to recommend is to not take the path that I'm taking right here. I was like, oh, I don't really want to go through the stronghold because I don't want to, get stuck fighting any of the enemies. But you can, because the Caragor is so fast and the way that it climbs over the walls. In hindsight, I should have just ran through the stronghold. It would have saved me probably 30 seconds or so. And you'll see that when I go out, when I'm on the way to the 3rd and final location, I do just run through the stronghold, and it's much easier in hindsight to just do that. So that's what I end up doing. Now, the last thing to mention about riding on the Caragor and just using your bow in general, not just necessarily in this mission, is that you can drain your mount in order to get some of your elf shot back. Now, it will take their health down, but not by a lot. So you could actually drain your mounts a couple times to get your elf shot completely higher. Now, if you wait even till later, you'll unlock a skill where, draining your mount doesn't do any damage to your mount. So you could just endlessly drain them to get elf shots. As well as later, as you continue to level up, you're going to have more elf shots, right? You're going to have 14 maximum elf shots by the end of the game, as opposed to 4 and 6 right in the beginning. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you wait until a little bit later on in the game to do these missions, it'll actually be, a little bit easier because you don't have to worry about getting the ammo per se. So that's going to wrap it up for the Storm of War. So we are on our way into the halfway mark, mission 5. The Swift Mercy mission. This one's pretty easy. You're going to be tasked with, shooting a bunch of enemies without leaving focus mode for the bonus objective, and you need to kill 15 Uruks with quick shots. So quick shots are basically where you don't charge the shot. You just press right trigger one time. And the bonus objective is to just shoot 4 of them without leaving focus mode, which is really easy because in this particular side mission, the Uruks are weakened, right? They're kind of hunched over. And when they're in a weakened state, what the game is showing you is that when Uruks are weakened, they can die without firing a charge shot. So you're seeing that right here. So you can see how easy it is. I probably killed like 6 or 7 Uruks right there without leaving focus mode. As long as you have full focus, you should easily be able to get the bonus objective. And there's going to be a bunch of, elf shots on the roof that you start on for this mission. So just keep collecting that, and you should be able to kill the 15 Uruks in 30 seconds, no problem. All right, so we're on to mission 6 of our bow mission, Jaws of Steel. So now we're actually in the second area of the game, Nirn, which is south of Udun. And our first mission, Jaws of Steel, is kind of in the northwestern portion, and we have to kill 10 Uruk guards without entering the stronghold. And our bonus objective is to use 5 Caragors to get 5 kills. Or not 5 Caragors, use Caragors to kill 5 Uruks. And that's pretty easy because there's like 3 things of meat hanging right at the entrance of the stronghold. Again, like the previous mention, there will be a green circle indicating the area which you have to stay during this mission. So if you leave this mission, as I've mentioned in some of the previous side missions of bow that have these kind of green areas that you can't leave, if you get too far out of that circle, the mission will automatically end. But this one's very easy. There's plenty of Caragors that are going to come in, so just shoot the meat. You could actually just sit here and wait, and the Caragors will just kill basically everybody because there's plenty of them. You could even shoot another piece of meat down if they happen to kill one. But what I like to do is to go ahead and speed it up. As soon as you have the 5 Caragor kills for the bonus objective, then go ahead and help out and start shooting some of the Uruks with your bow. As I've mentioned though earlier, if you don't even care about the bonus objectives, there's no harm in that. You're going to get plenty of XP in this game, and plenty of, ability points. So you don't really have to do the bonus objectives. Just keep that in mind. So if you're not worried about that, just whip out your bow and get to blasting. Alright, moving on to mission 7, the Spirit of Fire. And this mission is in the northeastern portion of Nirn. And this one's not too bad. It's kind of take a long time if you want to do the bonus objective. You do have to unlock the ability to use fire arrows before this mission is going to be available to you, so keep that in mind. But the bonus objective is to ignite 3 barrel stacks with fire arrows. And in this green area that you are tasked with doing this side mission in, there are only 3 barrel stacks. So if you want to do that, then you're going to have to know where they are. And the way that you get fire arrows, at least early in the game, is you have to kind of build your combo up. And once you build your combo up, so I like to just kind of jump over the back of enemies so I can get those quick, combo and get that 8 combo. And then when you enter with the focus mode, now you're going to have a new button that allows you to fire a fire arrow. So as long as you have your combo up, you're going to be able to do that. So a couple things to think about that'll make this a little bit easier is if you wait until you get the abilities that, one, give you double combo speed, right, when a attack gives you ×2 instead of just ×1 to your combo. And then also a little bit later on, you're going to get abilities that allow you to use your combo moves whenever you only have 5 combos, and even 3 like later on. So if you want to make this one a lot easier, you could wait a little bit, because it is kind of frustrating because there's a lot of Uruks around, and all you're really trying to do is get your combo up so you can fire the fire arrow. So when I went here, I couldn't do that until I had a combo of 8, which isn't a lot, but it's just kind of annoying because you're not really trying to fight, right? You're trying to get your fire arrows off. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm like, dang it, my combo went away again. So that's it, right? So I'm trying to do the bonus objective here, and you can see that my combo keeps going away, and that's kind of frustrating. So I would recommend, when you come to this mission, wait until a little bit later whenever, you know, your ability to get the combo abilities is lower, like ×5. You know, it's going to be much simpler. And also a thing to keep in mind, the explosives that you kill with your fire arrows for the bonus objective, if you kill Uryx with that explosive, it doesn't count towards your 5 kills of Uryx with fire arrows, which is kind of a good thing, because if it did, it would be very hard to actually get that bonus objective done. So like I said, if you want to do the bonus objective and take out those are the 3 locations right on that wall in front of the wagon and below on the front side of that tower. And then once you did that, all you really need to do is get your combo up, and then you can just, you know, bang, shoot them with fire arrows. One shot with a fire arrow will ignite them and kill them. You know, they'll sit there and burn for a second, but just keep in mind that it only takes 1 fire arrow. So we're just gonna, you know, get our combo up and get 5 Uryx with fire arrows now, and we'll move on. Alright, moving on to mission 8, which is the Secret Flame. This mission's very easy. You're going to be tasked with lighting 50 ghouls on fire, and it seems like, oh my gosh, that's a lot, but it's very easy because we're going to be running into a cave, and our bonus mission is to only fire 5 arrows, and it seems daunting, but once you run in there, you're going to see this is very simple. So what you want to do is just enter the cave, don't fight anybody. We're just going to run all the way back to the, I don't know what I'm doing here. We're gonna go all the way into the cave, all the way to the back yellow marker, and by that time we should have a bunch of ghouls following us. And what we're gonna do, you're gonna see there's these explosive, you know, they're not barrels, but you know, I guess explosive barrels, and we're going to stand like right beside them and shoot an arrow at them and blow them up. And the reason I say stand right beside them, because we only want to detonate 5 barrels, and you know, they don't really do that much damage to you. So you can see I'm pretty close. It's gonna knock me down, it's gonna catch me on fire, but it doesn't really do that much damage to you. And luckily, you know, if you blow up a barrel, it's not gonna blow up a barrel that it's close to. It's only gonna blow up that particular barrel. So we're just gonna roll around a little bit, wait till all the ghouls are relatively close to you, and I'm just going to stand right beside the barrel and blow it up. I'm going to lose a little bit of health, but if you do it that way, you should kill all groups of 15 instantly. So it should only take you 4 barrel detonations to kill all 50, because you're going to get 15 at a time. And you've got a little bit of leeway, right? If you don't happen to kill 15, you still have a 5th barrel detonation that you can do. But theoretically, if you do it the way that I'm showing you, it should only take you 4 barrels. All right, moving on to mission 9, Shadow and Flame. So we're on our second to last mission, and we're getting pretty close to our legendary bow. And now we are tasked with killing 30 Uryx with barrel explosions, similar to the last mission, right? These are barrels that if you shoot them, they will explode. And our bonus objective is to not get hit, which is actually very easy because you're going to have all these markers on you. There's plenty of elf shots on the little ledge that you're standing on. Again, the green area, you cannot leave that area. If you do leave, the mission will end, so keep that in mind. And we are just going to be shooting all these explosive arrows as Uryx are close to them. And it has a very large radius, these barrels, so it's actually much easier. You can see pretty quickly right off the bat I've got 20 of 30 kills, right? So as long as you're, you know, just entering focus mode and you don't spend a lot of time out of focus mode, the enemy shouldn't even really get close to you to even shoot at you. So the bonus objectives should be pretty easy to get as long as you just blow up these barrels and get your 30 Uruk kills. And we will be moving on to the final of the 10 bow missions in order to get the achievement Maker's Bow. So here we are. There is no escape. This is the last mission for us. Keep in mind, as I mentioned, you may not do them necessarily in this order, but this is the last one in this, you know, video guide of the 10 to do. And this one is to let no Uruk cowards reach the Fort Morn. And the bonus objective is to pin 3 in place. You know, the game wants you to shoot them in the leg. If you want to pin them, shoot them in the leg, and then the Graug will eat them. I was like, screw it. I'm just going to shoot them and kill them. You know, I didn't really feel the need to do this a bonus objective. It's very easy though. If you want to pin them, again, just shoot them in the legs and it will pin them in place, and then the Graug will actually just come and eat them. And that's going to wrap it up. That's all 10 missions. So if you've done all 10 of those, then like that. So if you pin them and the Graug eats, if you do that to 3 of them, you'll also get the bonus objective. But with that, we've done all 10 bow missions. You should have a Maker's Bow achievement unlocked as soon as you finish this mission. And in the game, you will unlock the Legend Bow Azkar. And now you'll have all your rune slots available to you. You'll have some pretty cool glyphs and things that are on the bow now. So I hope you found this helpful. If you were having any difficulty with any of the missions, again, some of them are very easy, but if you needed any help, I hope it helped you. And hopefully, I'll see you around.